Hey everybody, what's up? Today we'll be doing a couple of things, but basically we're going to be checking for parasitic drain on a Mercedes SLK200 R170 from 1999, and well, we'll check as well if the battery is full or not using this multimeter right here. The story is very simple. Actually, if I leave the car parked for too long, there is a drain and it doesn't start anymore. I've swapped out one battery already, and the new one I have in there right now seems to be dead too, so I had to call support services to get the car jumped. So rather than keep on buying new and new batteries and the car not starting, we're going to go and check. Now, on some of the forums, they mentioned that the alarm system might be a possible culprit because there's a backup battery in there, and once that battery depletes, then the system draws power from the actual battery system in the car. So, without further ado, let's get started with the very first thing. So I went out and bought this multimeter here. It just cost a couple of bucks. Now, the recommendation is they should actually run 10 to 20 amperes. This one only seems to have 5 as a maximum, so it's not going to be suitable for quite a few applications in your car by the looks of it. Although they mention here it's a car multimeter, so well, no idea. But just for checking parasitic drain, it should be just good enough, I hope. This is what I have to hand, so this is what I'm going to use. So there you have it. So before we go out into the car and actually check, we need to set this to the ohm setting here. Make sure we have a significant range there. Here also, if you have multiple connection opportunities, make sure you use the one for your positive cable here that says resistance, so ohm, and then all we have to do is touch these two tips together and you will see it gives a reading and falls off. So the device is working. This is new, so there shouldn't be any disturbances in the cable. If you have an older device, there could be problems here, so do check that before you go out, otherwise all the readings that you get are going to be wrong. Now, to check whether or not your battery is full, we need to set this to volts right there. 20 range is fine, as we're expecting about 12 volts, 13 volts, something in that range. I only have one hand, so what we do, we connect the positive terminal here. The pin stays in place just about. Yeah, there we go. And I will touch here with the negative terminal, and then we should get a reading, which is 11.96 or just about 12 volts. Now, the battery on this was completely dead prior, and the support technician actually told me the battery was completely gone. The voltage check just now indicates that that's actually not the case following some charging. I've got this trickle charger right here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to check whether this is completely full. So in order to do that, we connect the positive terminal first, like so. There we go, that will do. And then we connect the negative terminal to the chassis here. There. And then we just wait for the device to start charging the AC. You might wonder why I've wrapped this in plastic. There's rain forecast, so then I can just leave this out. And in order to have this happen, I'll just put this wiring here so it doesn't stand out too much. Well, actually, let's keep this inside the vehicle. There, and then we'll just close the trunk, and that should be just fine for a while until this says full. If your battery's completely empty, this can take up to a day and a half, 2 days on a trickle charger, so you may want to remove the battery and take it inside the house if that is easier for you. So in the meantime, I'm checking the fuse box here under the bonnet. The position I'm checking is position number 9, which is the alarm dome light and horn system. And as you can see here on my amperage meter, actually nothing is being pulled through. So I'm not really getting anything strange here. On the odd occasion, you can't see that now, it pulls about 0.5 milliamperes, so that's even less and completely within the acceptable range. So this is not it either. I've run through the other fuses here too, so actually nothing out of the ordinary is draining. And just to be completely sure, we rechecked the battery, and you can see here it's 12.5 volts on the charge, so the battery seems to be fine as well. So being completely empty luckily didn't damage it. So that's actually pretty good. So I don't seem to be having any really abnormal drain. There's one last thing we can do to check that, of course, because there's multiple fuses and it could be something else. So what we could do is remove the negative battery terminal here and put this device here in series with the terminal, and we'll show you a total drainage. So there's another quite interesting thing on the forums, because people have been trying to remove the alarm siren. Now, on this model, which is the M111.946, so the 4-cylinder naturally aspirated 2-liter, it is actually in a very, very easy location to find. Right there. That's the alarm siren, and there's a part number on there, which you can't see on the camera, but I'll read it out to you, which is 202 8205126. And when you put that into Google, you will see that this is in fact the alarm siren, and I would expect that you can just disconnect it somewhere there, or worst case, just, I don't know, cut the cable or do whatever the hell you want. Only thing I have to find out if the horn is using that as well. I wouldn't hope so, but good to check. So obviously on this model as it's there, don't go removing the windscreen wiper assembly and using pullers and everything to take that out. Most forums say it's located just behind there. That's incorrect. Other people are claiming that it's behind the passenger side front wheel arch, which is also incorrect on this model. Check your corner there first. So as you can see, I've just disconnected it here. The alarm actually didn't trigger. I just tried honking as well, so actually it's not the same speaker, which is good. So that didn't disconnect it. So I think that should solve the alarm at least sounding. So now it should just be silent. But the alarm system obviously still works. It can't be disabled because otherwise it wouldn't be much of an alarm system. So, but if the alarm is bothering you, then on this model at least, you can disable the speaker in that way. And here it is, you can see I've removed it. One last time you can see the serial number there. So that's the alarm unit in the car. So actually, now I'm just recharging the battery and my parasitic drain should be gone. So I'm not even going to test the entire system right now. I might do that later, but if that was helpful for you, just to give you a brief overview of how to check stuff, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if that didn't work, then we'll be doing another video where we check the entire voltage. Thanks.